What's up, dudes? I'm Little Buddha, the modern shaman. And for this first video, I'm gonna explain where that name comes from. So this whole thing starts a couple of months ago. I was going for a run in the park, and I got stopped by this dude who had 7 fingers. Like, he was missing 3. I didn't actually catch his name. I just call him the 7-fingered yogi now. If you're watching it, hey, I love you. And he stops me on the trail, and he's going off about my energy. And he does a little bit of energy healing on me. And we go over to this tree, and he shows me how to do a headstand, which I now practice almost daily. And after that, we meditated, and I had these, Alright, so as we were meditating, I was feeling tension, physically and emotionally. I had just been, kind of dealing with a breakup, and I was just trying to be aware of the things and the tensions that I was feeling and just allow them to pass. And hang on, I gotta check my notes here. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Wim Hof breathing technique. We did that first, which is like this, the active part of the breathing is the inhale, and you gotta exhale passively, so it's like a, and you do that for, 30 odd times, and then he told me to hold my breath at the end, and I held my breath for 2.5 minutes, which is, I don't know if you've ever tried to time yourself holding your breath, but that's fucking ridiculous, even if you're a musician like I am. So I held my breath for 2.5 minutes, the whole time, being aware of this tension that I was feeling and allowing it to just kind of be there. And he says that when you're holding your breath like this, your brain kind of like squeezes. Which, kind of sounds scary, but like, it's like squeezing the pineal gland, which is a good thing for spirituality. And then after that, we were meditating, and yes, I got a vision of the Buddha. This is not the first time that I got a vision of the Buddha. It had been happening by this point for almost a year, I suppose. Was the first time after I'd gone to my grandma's temple. She's Buddhist. And learned this mantra, Om Maka Kyaraya Soaka. And you have to smile when you do it, because it brings the Buddha's happy friend, and he brings you to the Buddha, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Not the point. The Buddha came to me in this vision, sitting under this tree, and he became me. He sat where I was sitting. And then there was like this swirly, psychedelic kind of mandala, almost like the way I've heard the DMT tunnel being described, where you've got these crazy geometric patterns, but just completely sober, sitting under a tree meditating. And then I got a vision of this mountain range, and there was a beautiful canyon, but it wasn't like in real real vision. It was more like this kind of blue and red, almost like an old school 3D movie, but without the extra colors. It was like I was flying over this place, and something in the back of my head said Utah. Right now, I guess that means that I should go to Utah. I'm not sure what's in Utah. There's Zion Park, and Salt Lake City is the capital of Mormonism. That's all I really know. Oh, the Salt Flats, I hear are beautiful. Anyways, after that, the canyon went away, and there was a vision of a rainbow-haired girl. I didn't really make out any of her details as a figure, but a girl with rainbow hair, and she was chilling with like a little micro pig or something. It was a really cute pig. Anyways, she was there for a moment, and then she went away, and I was just meditating still, and I hear the seven-fingered yogi says to me, "Little Buddha, it's time to come back to reality." And I opened my eyes, and we laughed for probably a few minutes. Anyways, it really caught me off guard, but like, you know, after laughing for a few minutes, he says, "Do you like your new name?" And I love my new name. It feels great to identify as this little Buddha character, and well, since then I've been kind of building up the image of the identity of little Buddha, and after that we meditated for a little bit more, and I had one more vision of a bridge. Now, at first, I thought it was the Golden Gate Bridge. It was like this really beautiful suspension bridge. But something in my head said New York. So, I don't know, it might have been Manhattan or something. I don't know. I'm not sure why the visions are important to the story. But they feel necessary. Yeah, so that's where the little Buddha part comes from. And ever since that, I've been introducing myself to people as little Buddha. And the modern shaman part was a decision I made just the other day while watching the movie called The Secret, which is all about the law of attraction. And full disclosure, I was in a slightly altered state of consciousness. And it occurred to me that shamanism, at least the way that I viewed it in that moment, seems to kind of perfectly tie together everything that I'm interested in and everything that I really care about. You know, the shaman is really like a student of the physical world and the spiritual world, and they bring those together in one person. And there's so much magic and mysticism associated with the term shaman even, you know. I guess it makes me feel like a little more magical. And since I decided that I am the modern shaman, I've been manifesting things like crazy. It's been a rocky few days, gotta say. The first day I just decided, I was gonna manifest a good day. And that's kind of arbitrary. The next day, I decided I was gonna meet someone interesting. And I did. And then the next day, I really decided to put that to the test. And I found out about this concert in Brantford, which is it's sort of close to where I live, but like far enough that it's a mission on the bus, which is my method of travel in general. So I decided, without having a place to stay even, that I was going to manifest a place to sleep and trust the process, and all the spiritual jargon that you hear from people. And what do you know, the first guy that I talked to in Brantford, or at the concert, offered to let me sleep on his couch. I want to shout out to Andrew, actually. He's a really cool dude. I have no way to get in contact. I left my contact information with him, but like, I guess we'll see. Anyways, yeah. And today I didn't mean to do it, but I manifested a lesson in patience and forgiveness. I don't want to talk about it right now because there's still a few balls in the air about it, and I don't think this is the best place to talk about that. But once that's settled, it will be a good story, and I will put that here if this becomes my story place. Yeah, so that's where the name comes from, and a little bit of what's been going on since then. Going forward, I guess this is my new story place. So if you want to hear my stories of who I am, or who I think I am, and places I've been and things I've done, this is the place to check me out. Moving forward, I'm learning as much as I can about the shamanic arts, and I was contacted by the spirit of my great-grandfather. That, I believe, should be another story, because I'm seeing the time card now, and it's getting a little long. I don't know if I'm going to post this. I rambled a lot, and I paused a lot. I'm not doing the YouTube thing very well. We'll see if I post this. If I do, I'll see you guys next time. And if I don't, I guess I'll try again. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you want to hear more of my stories, and give me a like if you thought this one was interesting. Alrighty, have a good day, dudes.